Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm currently making lunch right now, and if you want to see more like what I eat videos, I've been filming what I eat in a days on my Polina channel, so be sure if you want to see a rundown of everything I eat from morning to night. Really quick, easy meals that are still nutrient dense and medicine for the body and amazing. Be sure to check those out because I film like literally those are pretty consistently on there, so I would suggest watching that. Right now, like I said, I'm just cooking my lunch. I'm not going to go super into depth into what's in my bowl, but I'm cooking a bowl, but I'm trying this new kale. I think it's called, I forget what it's called. It's either called Russian kale. Oh, it's hot, huh? Oh, that's hot. It's either called Russian kale or a different type of kale. It's purple, if anyone knows what kind it is. I already put some coconut aminos in, but I got these new spices from the farmer's market from the Spice Man. It's called Convivial Spices, and they blend them themselves. They're made in Venice, California, so in LA. And these were freshly blended on June 1st, and most of the spices, I want to say all of them are like USA, harvested is not the correct word, but sourced. So I'm going to put a little bit of this one. It's called Sweet Spice Bread. It's supposed to be like barbecue-y. I don't know why I've been craving like a barbecue-y flavor recently. Like, not too sure why. But I'm going to add some of this in and see how it is. I'm adding it pretty heavily. Apparently it's supposed to be pretty spicy too, so we'll see. And I'm excited to try. Spices make such a huge difference. I was talking about that with my mom today, how you can make the exact same veggie dish and literally use different, like spice it a certain way one day and spice it a different way another day, and it could taste like two completely different meals, even though the meal is technically the same, obviously without the spices, like as exact same contents, similar content, similar nutrition, but it could taste like a completely different meal. So I'm gonna add that in. Also, I got smoked salt. That's like smoked salt flakes. I don't want it to be too overpowering. That's what this one looks like. There's smoked on hickory smoke. They smell unbelievable. I think they're smoked for like 80 hours or something. That's what it looks like, the little flakes. It's unbelievable. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of that. I don't want it to be too overpowering, but it smells so delicious. I couldn't wait to try these. I got these yesterday. I was like, I already want to cook. I already want to try these. That way I have my spices and my salts on here. I'm gonna let that cook for a wee bit and put away this. It's a cool local brand, not sponsored, I wish. I just was so good to try them, and this is a dessert one I'm gonna try on like an oatmeal or fruit bowl. Okay guys, some cool stuff I ordered on Amazon where I got new bowls for Coco and Mia because their bowl setup right now is really confusing, because basically Coco has dry food that she loves and normally eats, and then Mia eats wet food, like fresh food. Coco also eats, I bought Coco like fresh food, like similar, basically either they usually keep it refrigerated or sometimes it's frozen. You can go to pet stores. It's like, okay, so it's kind of confusing. If you have a cat or dog, you know, for dogs, obviously they can eat like kibble or they can eat fresh food. I mean, now fresh food's really huge. There's tons of delivery services. I mean, there's like Just for Dogs, there's Ollie. I'm sure I've seen like other people do Instagram brand deals or stories with so many of those like fresh food things. And Mia used to like Ollie. Mia doesn't love the Just for Dogs food. She loves the Just for Dog treats, but the food just meh. She eats this other fresh brand. So she has that food that she eats, and I have to hand feed her, and other people's dogs like that. She'll only eat it if I feed it to her. If I put it in the bowl, she won't eat it. I have to hand feed it to her. And I don't know, like, it's like a psychological thing. Like, it'll be there and she'll be like, meh, but if I'm like, here, have it, she'll have it. And then Coco eats wet food. Coco also always has dry food available to her. And then Coco, I'll buy her like different, I'm still experimenting because she's not as picky as Mia, but she's still pretty picky with like the fresh food. So basically it's like freshly made and frozen, and then you feed it to them. I bought this other one yesterday and she like nibbled on it but didn't love it. So I have a pretty like cool pet store near me where they have like, tons of options, and even like a Just for Dogs basically kind of like in it. And so experimenting for Coco, because obviously eating fresh food is the best for animals. It's proven. Like, that's how Just for Dogs started, and so many of those fresh delivery things started basically as human grade food. So the food that they're eating like a human could eat. It is like lamb and peas and pumpkin and then fish oil, all these things that are really amazing for them, for their skin, for their health, for their fur, for their energy and everything like that, for their, you know, canine health. And so Mia's really good with her food in terms of the wet food. Sometimes she'll nibble on Coco's dry food. For Coco, like I said, she sometimes gets like cans. You guys know those cans. Like she loves Applause, like really high quality fresh food as well as dry food. But I want to also get Coco transition kind of over to eating also like fresh food, but for cats. Basically like what Mia's eating in terms of her fresh like human grade food, but for cats. But I'm still experimenting with brands. If your cat eats that kind of food and you know, let me know. Yeah. So I got them these bowls. I want to show you. I got these are from Amazon, by the way, so I figured it was a good to show too in case you also have pets and you're interested. These ones are so aesthetically pleasing. I'll show you. Okay, so first I'll show you this one. I got Coco this beautiful ceramic bowl. Honestly, it's quite pricey. Ideally, I wanted to get like 2, but then I was like, I could not justify ordering all these, like this bowl and this bowl and this bowl. I was like, okay, I wanted to do like basically 2 or 3 of these different color bowls, but I was like, okay, why am I redecorating the bowl section? Like I need to chill. So I got this for her dry food. This is a cat bowl on purpose because it's elevated. Cats like don't like the whiskers to touch when they eat, and they don't like to go too low. This is for Coco. It's from Amazon. It's really beautiful. I think they had it in another color. I'm not even gonna be dramatic, but like this would be like a beautiful piece of decor, like literally just by itself, like as like a bookend, or like, yeah, like you have like, you know, people have in their living room like those kind of shelves and they put like decor on them. Like this would be like a beautiful like art deco, you know, mid-century modern kind of piece, but it's like really nice bowl as well. Oh my gosh, my nose is spicy. I got some of the spices in my nose. Oh, ooh. But I got this for Coco's dry food, and then this I got for, because they share water, for their water, and then I'm gonna put Mia's wet food, even though I told you she only hand eats it, but like whoever's eating, I'll put it there. So like, Coco's wet food I have to put up on this counter because otherwise Mia will eat it. So that's why, yeah, so that's a different bowl. You see how this bowl situation is like when Mia has this food and this food and this food and Coco has this food, and it sounds complicated, but like Coco just has to have fresh, like this kind of food out because that's what she eats. Like she'll eat without me having to tell her to eat. Mia only eats the wet food that I give her, but I want to transition Coco over to the wet food. I'm still experimenting. So they're just kind of a cook in like this, and when they sit they're on an angle, so it's easier for them to eat and to drink. So instead of them having to kind of like go straight over it like that, it's on an angle. If you're like a pet mom, you'll understand, and if you're not a pet mom, you're gonna think I'm like literally psychotic, but it's just really convenient for them that way because, yeah, it's supposed to be like this, because then they're, like I said, they're elevated, and that way they can eat and drink, and it's easy. Because sometimes when Mia basically drinks, when it's like it's like up like that, when she drinks, her whole kind of like mane gets all wet and in water, and this way, you know, it'll be easier, and for Coco it'll be easier as well. So I'm gonna wash these bowls really quick. It's just one of my favorite brands as well. It's called Purity. They make like hand soap. I think they make hand soap too, but I know they make dish soap. They make like laundry detergent. They make pet wash, stain remover, all this really amazing stuff. Also on Amazon they sell it. And it's like an all-natural small business in Texas, and I love their stuff. Okay guys, so we're gonna go set this up. So this is Coco's dry food normally. It's actually in a really cool vintage bowl as well. So this way it'll be in here. And then you can see, there you go. This is where their water normally is. It's fresh water, so I'm gonna re-pour it. And then this is Mia's. This is what it looks like, the kind of like the fresh food from this morning. I'll put that in there. Who knows if she'll eat it, but I don't want it to like obviously lay on the floor. These are my water delivery jugs, but that way it looks like this, so it's less. Let's see. Okay, now will you try your food now? Will you try your food now? Look. No, I don't eat this old one. But nice, look how cute they are. Like, look how beautiful that one looks from this angle especially. Sometimes Mia will have a bite of her dry food. I don't know why she wants to eat it, but yeah, those are those. See ya, bye-bye. Hey. So it's been a little bit. I put up a vlog for today, and I'm so sweaty. I just packaged a ton of Clyde orders, and we're going to go drop them off at the post office. Like, it was so, I just want to announce something that it was just like kind of a wild story. In LA, as you know, like the week was like of June 1st, there were so many protests and riots to the point where like all the basically main streets in the areas where they're happening were shut down. So like in Beverly Hills, in Santa Monica, and I believe it's some in Long Beach, and USPS literally just didn't pick up from collection boxes. So like I would say 99.98% of the, or like 99% of the time, I always drop it off directly to my USPS office, because that way I know it's there and it's safe, and yeah, I just do it that way. So that day, that street was blocked off, so you couldn't get to that one, you couldn't get to other, like, you couldn't get to the post office, basically, because all these roads are blocked off. So I was like, okay, perfect, I'll drop them off at a collection box. And they end up not collecting from those collection boxes for 10 days. And so it was like, it was just the most frustrating thing. Like, that I would go in, like, I would go in and go and be like, where, like, what is the update? I literally was like, either go open the collection box with me right now, or like, what's the update? And they finally were like, yeah, you know, we have to admit it, like, we just didn't collect for, it was like 10 days. It was like from Monday, even more so, Monday to Monday, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 10 days, from Monday to following Thursday. And only that it was moving. So it was only a super small amount of orders. It was like, I don't know how many, because like I'm like I said, I'm doing the shipping just because of everything that's going on. I don't want, like, I want less hands on it, so I'm putting a lot of time and energy into this for you guys. And yeah, so we ship very regular. Like, I don't want to say every day, but like very, almost, you know what I mean, almost every day. And so that day I shipped whatever the orders were, and it was a small amount, but like for those people, it was just been so frustrating. And if you're one of those people, just know, like, I love you, and it was out of my control. These are like, these times are crazy. Normally right now, like, shipping is a little bit delayed. Like, it can be delayed like 2 to 3 days, because my personal opinion is that they're just taking their time, because it's very easy just to be like, oh, COVID, you know what I mean? And I'm sure there are cases where it's actually like, yes, it's slowed down because of COVID, but it's also becomes a really easy scapegoat, right? So right now orders are shipping normally. Like, pretty much you'll get it depending on your whatever shipping speed you select. Usually they ship, the max processing time is 7 days, but usually order ship, I would say, within 3 to 5 days if you order it. Max a week if it was like maybe a huge order or something, it was back order or something of that nature. And then it's your shipping speed, and it's pretty normal. So in case you're kind of wondering what shipping speeds are, they're pretty much on par with any other. And I'm not saying any other, because not like Amazon where it's like 1 day, but like, you know what I mean, we'll have a few days to process, and then it ships at your speed. So very normal times. But that was just like the craziest experience I've had with USPS. And I literally was like, I had to be like a Karen and go in and be like, I need to speak with your supervisor, because it was to the point where I was like, it was just like ridiculous. I was like, this is people's livelihood. Like, you can't just not pick up packages for 10 days. And I understand obviously there were riots and protests, but those ended, you know, within a week, and those streets were all back open and running within 4 days. And so I get even a week, but like over a week at that point was just ridiculous in my opinion. Anyway, we're gonna go drop off a ton of orders. I just loaded the car, so we're gonna go. Listen to some fun tunes while we're at it. My phone is dead. My phone, like, also my nails, I ripped them all off. Yep, they're getting a break until nail salons open. I know in some cities. Comment down below what your cities and what the regulations are. I love doing this, so not only I can see, but everyone else who's in the comments, you can all kind of compare what's going on. Here, I think it's like stage 2 or stage 3. Basically, like, hair's open and like beauty stuff, but not estheticians and not nails. And I'm sure that means like not spas. So yeah, anyway, I'm wearing, of course, our protection necklace, which is a really beautiful evil eye and a heart. A portion of these profits go to the Loveland Society, which is a foundation that fights for social justice with a focus on Black women. And this is our guardian angel necklace. It's really stunning. I have them kind of layered there. My top is from Zara. Just like, I love this kind of color. It's like a burnt orange. It's just like a t-shirt. I'll link it down below. But let's head over there. Okay, so I'm back from dropping everything off, and I had to pick up a few things from Whole Foods. Just again, I didn't want to put away because I wanted to share. Basically, if you guys have noticed in my videos when I go to the farmer's market and I get all the produce, I always say, this is all the produce I get, but I always get like grains and things like that. I'll show you basically what I get from the grocery store, right? Like, I show you all the produce and vegetables, things I get from the farmer's market, but what am I actually getting at the grocery store? So I figured I'd go through some things. First thing I got is this, which is the Simple Mills almond flour baking brownie mix, and it's gluten-free, and I'm gonna make it vegan because I'm gonna use egg replacement, because all you need is oil or butter. So I'm gonna use oil, water, and then 2 eggs. Hi, Bubba. So I'm gonna use egg replacer, and I will do a bake with me video for this, so stay tuned for that. This is so nostalgic for me because as a baby, this is everything. Like, this is what I ate like all the time. I don't know if it's just like a Russian European thing. If you're Russian, you were a baby. I mean, you obviously were a baby. But if you ate this when you were a baby, like my mom would make me this kasha all the time. It's cream of buckwheat. It's wheat and gluten-free. It's kind of funny because it's called cream of buckwheat, but it's organic, fat-free, sodium-free cereal. I don't know if it's this exact brand, but even the brand, I'm pretty sure is a Russian brand. But it's made in the US, so I don't know. Nofa and Y. Rosona. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a Russian name. But so this is like what my mom would always make me, like when I was little. Like I would eat this. It's called kasha. In Russian, kasha is like cereal. But like I would have this all the time with, like, I think I probably had it with milk when I was younger. But it's basically like a cereal. Like it's like these little grains, and it's so delicious. And I would make it with cereal. Sometimes I would add honey or something like that into it. It's amazing. I also picked up 2 things of oatmeal. This is the Nature's Path Organic Gluten-Free Old Fashioned. Like I said, I've shown this before. This is the oatmeal I use. Also, if you want to see, like I said earlier in today's video, like actually full what I eat in a day, you can just watch. I make them on my Plain Virgo channel. So if you want to see like from morning to night what I'm eating. So I picked up 2. Oh, the next thing I got was some buckwheat flour. As you can see, I've had a buckwheat obsession. I love buckwheat itself. I got buckwheat cereal. I got buckwheat flour. I don't know what's my buckwheat obsession lately. I feel like I need this. I wanted to bake with this. I think this is obviously I have to make something more from scratch, but it has like a buckwheat pancake recipe, so I might try that. If you have any other recipes that you suggest that are like vegan, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be gluten-free, right? Whole grain. Okay, it's just whole grain. It might not be gluten-free, but if you have any recipes where it's vegan and it just needs like it has flour and our flour substitute in it, let me know any recipes that I can make with this buckwheat flour. I just knew I wanted to have it. I've been in a baking mood. I got 2 things of these noodles. These are moringa pad thai noodles. Moringa is so amazing for you. This is moringa, right? Yeah. I have it in a supplement. I was like, am I thinking the same thing? So I got these noodles. And also these are gluten-free. Normally I get like Annie Chen's noodles, which are really good too. But those aren't gluten-free, and I kind of was like, oh, it's okay. But then I saw these, which are 100% organic whole grain rice, ready in 5 minutes, and they're also gluten-free. Please tell me they're gluten-free. It said that. Am I losing it? Oh yeah, they are vegan, gluten-free, no sodium. So I got 2 of these noodles to make pad thai. I also want to make this as like a cheat meal. I don't really like using that word, but like a fun meal. This is vegan organic mac and cheese, and this is the pasta ruffles kind, and it comes with pasta ruffles plus the cheddar mix. It says family size, no artificial protein, 10 grams of sugar, bronze cut pasta for superior taste and quality. It's vegan and organic. And they even circled this. It says customers say it's the best vegan mac and cheese I ever tasted. So on a night where I'm kind of lazy with cooking, I'll try to make this, and I'll show this in a vlog. And then I got 2 things of chickpeas as usual for my bowls. As you see, I always incorporate noodles or chickpeas into my bowls for plant-based protein. So, or not always, but usually what I do. So yeah, I wanted to show this kind of like a little mini haul for you guys to see what I'm picking up at the grocery store, aside from, because I only show what I get at the farmer's market. This is the kind of things, like I said, like more grains and things of that nature, or sauces or things like that. Because actually, there's actually a person at the farmer's market who has different sauces. I might try her stir-fry sauce or her pad thai sauce next, but I already had this one. But I basically pick up things like this that don't need to be refrigerated, right? That are more shelf life kind of products, and that I need to incorporate into meals, you know, for whether that be cereal or whether that be a grain or a chickpea or something of that nature. So that was what I wanted to show you guys, and that's what I wanted to end this vlog on. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Again, I want you guys to comment down below what the, I don't want to say restrictions, but what the kind of situation is where you live, what like states there are, everything of that sort. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the post notification bell. And if you want more spiritual lifestyle, wellness, and kind of spirituality related content, be sure to check out my Polina channel. And I will see you guys on my website for resources, guides, and one-on-one coaching with me, as well as on my Instagram. I love you.